you want Map Hat to check out your game, you have to be as pathetic as possible. Hello Neighbor 3 is the thing that's coming out. I think back to Hello Neighbor. Whenever I think of Hello Neighbor, I think back to the release of Hello Neighbor and how when Hello Neighbor came out, they already had merch and everything ready. I mean, of course, like I'm not talking about like the early access release, but more so the slow, like thundering Journey 2 release. They already had like merchandise out during the early access release. To the point where, like, I was seeing Hello Neighbor dog tags in the Hot Topic. I've heard Hello Neighbor was fun at the beginning, but it got worse and worse. Well, it got worse and worse because they made a tech demo, but then they made a tech demo and then didn't know what they wanted to do with the actual game. They got a tech demo and then they were like, what about the game? Oh, the game? Game. I mean, just keep working on the tech demo. And then the game just started to become more and more of a nightmare because like they made a game but with no game. Like where's the game at? Like why no game? They kept updating the game but not the engines, and the neighbor kept acting stupid. Well, and like I said, like they kept making the game and then they forgot to add the game. There doesn't need to be a game. They just need YouTubers to play it so the kids buy the merch. Pretty much. Like that was it was genuinely one of the first like giant forms of YouTube bait that I've seen on the internet. And like real YouTube bait, like, come on, YouTubers, keep playing the game. We're updating Hello Neighbor again. You guys want to play? And they were like inundating stores with merchandise that was never going to get sold that ended up in clearance aisles. Just a real wild case of game with no game. And then they really thought they could kind of get away with I mean, everything basically just off of the neighbor's design almost alone. Because I'm still to this day, how do you even play Hello Neighbor? Like, to this day. Like, you're supposed to, like, what? Fight the neighbor? Not fight the neighbor. You got to run from the neighbor. And then you run from the neighbor and he puts you back in your house. And, like, or he locks you up. You got to, like, find parts of his secret machine. And why do you care? You're snooping all up on the neighbor. And, like, why do you give a damn? There's a shark, I think. There's a shark? The neighbor has a fucking shark? What do you mean the neighbor has a shark? What are they doing with the neighbor? Why do I say hello to him? Did he kill his wife? Is that the bit? Or like, did he make a machine to bring his wife back to life? What's the complicated yak story? I don't need to know about the neighbor. I need to know why the neighbor. I don't need to see the neighbor's like cool neighbor design. And it's like, we're going to sell so many Ned Flanders t-shirts with this shit. A machine for neighbors, yeah. All I remember is he locked the kid in a basement or something. Aren't you like a kid in one of the games or all of the games? Are you a kid? There's like a machine or a basement. I don't think they ever finished the neighbor story. Because they were trying to... Because they didn't have a plan, man. They had a demo and then they didn't know what they wanted to do after they made the fucking demo. They made like pieces of something and they were like, okay, but what do we do with this? And nobody sat down and said, well, let's do this. It was well, YouTubers are playing the demo. Oh, that's awesome. How can we make money out of this?
You think we're fine?
Was there more than one game there? Wasn't there a multiplayer? Wasn't there an asymmetrical neighbor multiplayer game? Yeah, there was like a 4v1, wasn't there? Where somebody played the neighbor? Yeah, no, there were like 3 games at least. Also, wasn't there another like weird thing they tried to do with a neighbor IP? I know about the Dead by Daylight one, but wasn't there like a really weird one that they tried to use the IP for? Secret Neighbor is the asymmetrical. I feel like we're missing one. I feel like there's also like a weird one. Was there going to be a neighbor movie? When you can't even boil down your concept to a fucking sentence, like maybe it's time to just put that one put that one out to pasture. Let that one sleep with the fishes. Put it out to pasture. Let it die. Because like FNAF, I get it. You into pizzeria, the fucking machines are crazy. What the hell? Poppy Playtime's like, fuck man, the toys are acting kinda crazy. What the hell? Bam Band's like, fuck. I'm in this fucked up facility. The creatures are Javaniuming. What the fuck does this all mean? What the hell? Hello Neighbor's like, my neighbor, but he kind of, and then I break into his house, and then well, you see, it's a, what the hell? Yeah, it's like the creatures are Play-Doh. What the hell? Like, that's Bam Bam. I get that. What do you mean the creatures are made of Play-Doh? What the hell? Like, I got, what the fuck, dude? Like, I don't fucking, Brendan is the neighbor? Dude, if you broke into my house, you just see me like sitting there. I'm like, you're trying to build my secret machine? Go for it, man. Just fucking kill me, man. Just take me out. But like, what the hell? What do you mean? The neighbor's in the house and then he chase you? And then like, I don't fucking, okay, then where's the substance? Where's the sauce? I keep saying it, but where's the sauce? Why don't they just kill the neighbor? Why don't you just fucking take a hammer and kill the neighbor? You're right. There should be a Fortnite for mascot horror, which combines them into all into one IP. I got you covered, buddy. There's this game called Dead by Daylight. It may have a lot of what you're looking for. Thank you, Nate Silly, for the Prime sub. Hello Neighbor threw a revolver on the player as an adult, trying not to be locked up in his goon cave. I just think Hello Neighbor it's one of those games where it just makes me like sad to think about, because even I'm like, I don't fucking get it, man. Like, what's up with the neighbor? Like, just, you don't got to be so like, I don't know, man. You don't got to be like trying to be weird about it, trying to hide it. I get it. What the neighbor? Why the neighbor? But why do you want me to care about the neighbor? Make me give a shit about your game, but also I played Hello Neighbor once, and even trying to think of being able to talk about it out of the like 10 minutes of gameplay experience I have playing it back in the day, I genuinely just get confused, and it just turns into like a slop fiesta in my head. I can't even be fucked to complain about Hello Neighbor, because I can't even be fucked to think about it in a critical way. I can't. Like, I think about Hello Neighbor and then I go, yeah, the neighbor really was hello. He really was. Yeah, that neighbor really was fucking neighboring, man. The funniest part about them begging MatPat to watch the cartoon was that it was apparently well written for being a Hello Neighbor cartoon. There was a cartoon. Wasn't there a crafting survival game, or am I super crazy? Was there a Hello Neighbor crafting survival game, or did I hallucinate that? This is the problem with this IP, is I genuinely like, whenever I feel like I want to talk about it, I feel like I'm hallucinating, like I'm creating hallucinations in my head. Like, none of it was real. It was never real, Brendan. None of it was real, Brendan. There was no neighbor, Brendan. It was never real. I swear to God, there was like a survival crafting Hello Neighbor game or something that I had seen years back, and I was just like, why the fuck? What the fuck? Like, why the fuck would you do this with the neighbor? Like, who fucking, the Hello Neighbor? The neighbor from Hello Neighbor? Remember Granny? I know you're pulling out the horror mascot. I remember Granny. I never played any of them, but I remember people talking about them, and then I remember a bunch of like fake phone games popping up because of the famous scary Granny. It's a lot, man. It's just a lot. Aren't there like 29 like Granny games? Granny went crazy in 6th grade. Yeah, that was like I would only see the most desperate like horror YouTuber guys playing that shit. I think my favorite thing about Granny from what I had seen is all of the fake mobile games that they would make based off of it. Yeah, put an egg on there. All the fake mobile games are really like maybe the funniest part about Granny. Where you'd go on like the Google Play Store or the Android Store or the Apple Store, and you'd see like 8,000 different like Granny kill, Granny crazy, Granny getcha, Granny gotcha. Although I used to see that with FNAF really bad too, until some of the other sloppier games came along and they were easier to emulate. I love bootleg App Store horror games. I love the bootleg like App Store like call Poppy Playtime. And you like press the button and it calls Huggy Wuggy and then it does a scream on your phone. Kind of crazy that's like Gen Alpha Bloody Mary, right? Like Gen Alpha is not going to have the experience of like going into a bathroom, turning the lights off and like trying to summon Bloody Mary. They're going to go into the bathroom, turn the lights off, and they're going to try to summon Andrew Tate. Like it's like Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate. Oh! Say what you will about Huggy Wuggy, but at least he doesn't traffic people, am I right? Say what you will about Huggy Wuggy, but at least he doesn't fucking hate women. That's holy shit, Brendan. I have some terrible news. Just found out about Huggy Wuggy. What happened, man?
Cut down monsters like that.
You gotta read his manifesto, man. It goes really hard. It says some crazy shit. Uthman Adams flees to Romania due to trafficking charges. Uthman Adams. Oh, fuck, man. Did you guys hear about Uthman Adams? He fled the country. Where is he, buddy? Dude, he's in Planet Sheen. That's where he went. Open stream and it's a long cutscene rip. I guess going back to Smash Brothers Melee stream, unless the streamer can keep my baby brain entertained. Yeah, do you want to check this out? They got the fucking... I got my poo journal. I haven't written in it yet. I don't know what I'm going to write in my poo journal that I got for Valentine's Day from my wife. I might write some fucked up stuff in here. Some real dark shit. I said poo journal. That's my poo journal. I'm gonna write some dark and nasty shit in my poo journal. You know what? I should log my poops. You're right. I should log them by weight and girth. You're right, actually. I should log them by weight and girth and consistency. And color, true. Viscosity, color, girth, consistency. Some people do journal their poops. I mean, I'm not gonna judge, because I guess if you have like a gastrointestinal disease, I definitely get like judging and journaling your poops. That might be like something, you know, if you got to do it. I don't know what information you need out of that, realistically, but like it might be something that you need, you know. You're telling me you don't keep Polaroids of every poop you've ever had? Imagine going to your like estranged uncle's estate. He's left you his haunted house. You go in, there's no ghosts. You don't believe in ghosts, but you find a room, and within the room, it's wall to wall poop Polaroids, top to bottom. And you're like a little freaked out. You take like a sleep. You sleep in the house, right? You wake up in the morning. You check the poop room again. There's a new Polaroid there. And it's the shit that you took and flushed. But somehow they got a picture of your poop before you flushed. Imagine getting the haunted estate. And somehow the toilet, they're taking pictures of the dookie. That's a big boy. I didn't think I was going up. I didn't know I was going into big boy territory. Oops. That's fine. So this is the milking monster. I get it, man. I didn't grab any mega potions. I might be fucked here. I gotta play it fucking Snave. I like talking about monsters like the cousin at the barbecue. Like, he's a rowdy little fucker, ain't he? Look at him fucking go, man. Rowdy little boy, ain't he? Made of fucking milk, aren't you, buddy? Ah, so this is the white devil. I get it. Hey, boss, just laid pipe so well she's looking at apartments for rent now. That's crazy. Good job. Great job on the fucking, I don't know. Look over at chat. Hey, boss, just had sex. Love when my moderators come in and say they just laid pipe. Thanks, boss. You're welcome. I'm glad you came in and you wanted to share that, Rock. Sorry, babe. Can't look at apartments right now. Gotta tell the streamer I fucked. That's I love Rock coming in and telling me that he laid pipe, because that's just the same type of energy of having sex and then playing the I just had sex song. Is that Lonely Island? That's a very like core, what is it, like 2012 thing that somebody would do. That's like in your comedy movie where you have the virgin character, they finally lose their virginity, and they just play the I just had sex song. Yeah, no, this is where the milk comes from. Or this is a concentrated version of the milk, I guess. I don't get it, man. This game is milk all the way down, I guess. I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking about how fucking... I was reading some people complimenting the story, and I feel like an insane person because it's just milk all the way down. I don't... They're just talking about milk, thinking about milk. I'm like, it's just milk all the way down. I don't... Raw milk and plenty of it. I mean, I also like the main story. It's fine. I don't really care that much. I was paying attention partially, and then I was skipping cutscenes because I was like, give me to the monster. I'm a big guy though. Maybe I have low standards actually. I mean, it's fine. It's like kill the monster, get the monster. Ancient civilization, got the milking. I like some people really like the wind up for how they make the hunter look like a badass, but it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, the hunter's always a badass. Instead of them being a meathead, they kind of go for crazy. Hunter is Doom guy more so than like a funny hit the fucking creature guy. That authorization granted line, it goes so hard, man. Nice. Nice milking, idiot. Where'd you buy it? The fucking milk store? Where'd you go? The dairy farm? I love when the dragon shoots fire at their feet and then goes in a big circle AoE like Poosh. It's my favorite. I love it when you just, for the most part, you just sit there and you just hit him from the back for a bit. Even though the game's like, if you get up on him, you deal more damage if you get up on him. And I'm like, no, I'm fine hitting the feet for a bit. Game really trying to get me to stop doing dragon back shots. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like the back shots are getting it done a little bit. Brendan, kill this Final Fantasy mid-boss. I'm working on it, man. He's second phasing me. I don't have any big boy potions. Really, you know, the more I get into like the milking subplot, the more I'm like, I'm just thinking about Evil Within 2 again, man. The milk aesthetic, I mean, you're gonna make like cum jokes as much as you can, but the milk aesthetic still goes hard. Look at the androids in Alien. They're full of milk. All right, it just looks cool. Yeah, I may be pro milk now. I think the dairy lobby got me, dude. I might be pro milk after this one. I think if you're drinking soy, I don't know, man. You got to be on that wyvern milk grind set. Are you pro stuffed crust pizza? Yes. Now, I will say, as I always bring it up, it's a shame the United States government created stuffed crust pizza, but it's still a bop. Certified bop. Like, nothing is better than eating a slice of pizza and then there's yet more pizza. You're like, you're done with it. You're in the crust and you're like, wait a minute, there's more cheese. I looked over at chat for a second and I genuinely, I wasn't paying attention, but I thought that C-Buff said it screams sounds like it's from the steakhouse. And I'm just thinking, what monster do you want to take to the steakhouse, huh? What monster are you taking to Outback Steakhouse? Me, I'm taking the farting monkey. We get preferred seats. I don't. Brain is full of poison right now. All I heard was we're taking this guy to the steakhouse. We're gonna get this guy some fat fucking meat. All right, we're gonna take this guy to the steakhouse. We're gonna get him some fat meats. We're gonna show this motherfucker a bloomin' onion. Yeah. You don't know shit about the bloomin' onion. You don't know anything about cactus bread. You don't know nothing about the Outback Steakhouse. You ain't even eat there. Outback, Longhorn, or Texas Roadhouse? Outback probably. The last time I went to Texas Roadhouse, it was absolute dog shit. Like genuine slop. It was terrible. I got a pulled pork sandwich that tasted like penis. Got him. I mean, the cinnamon butter is good. The cinnamon butter on the rolls is good. And like their fake bloomin' onion is good when it's fresh, but for the most part, it's kind of dog shit. Roadhouse is shit. Yeehaw cowboy theme bullshit. Only the bread is good there. Well, like I went there a couple of years back and they had a really good pulled pork sandwich. So I think Shelby and I went there like a year and a half ago was the last time we went. And I was thinking, oh, the pulled pork sandwich is pretty good. Wasn't good. It was kind of just dog shit. All I wanted was to pull my fucking pork. Then they took it from me. Oh, and how would you know what penis tastes like? I don't know, man. You can make assumptions. I'm not that limber of a guy. I think you can kind of assume naturally what penis would taste like. You ever been to a Ruth Chris? Is that a gotcha or is that a real place? If it's a real place, never been to it. If it's a gotcha, oh, you got me. Thoughts on Long John Silver's? I don't think there's anything more sad than going to a fast food restaurant explicitly for fish. In this world, there genuinely might be nothing more sad than going to like a fish-based fast food restaurant. It's just not good. Hush puppies, but that's it. And I guess like some of the shrimp, but you can get kind of popcorn shrimp from anywhere. You don't have to go to Long John Silver's for that. I have good memories of Long John Silver's, but that was like a decade ago. I mean, I remember going to my great-grandma's house. They'd get a bunch of Long John Silver's, bring it over. We'd eat it on like her shitty little card table in her dining room. Or really just, it was like mostly just offset from the kitchen. And I remember eating like Hush Puppies and being like, oh, hell yeah, Hush Puppies. These are great. Hell yeah, popcorn shrimp. But like you going there for like a fish sandwich? You're getting that nasty tilapia? They have decent fried chicken at Long John Silver's. Okay, but you're going to the fish place. This is the problem, is you're going to the fish place. And if you're going to the fish place for the fish at the fish place, that's where you're going. You don't get chicken at the fish place. You don't get fish at the chicken place. That's like me when I go to Red Lobster and I get a pork chop. Like I did that because I thought it'd be funny and I didn't know what else I wanted. But like I shouldn't have gotten a pork chop at the Red Lobster. But realistically, if I go to the Red Lobster, it's just for the Cheddar Bay biscuits. I don't go for any other reason. We can make an exception for Long John Silver's because that batter on that chicken is really good. Is it? Man, now you're making me want to go to Long John Silver's and try the chicken there. Is it because the batter, they have a really good like fish batter and they use it on the chicken? Paid Long John Silver's rep in the chat. I like A&W. I also like A&W, but I like Canadian A&W. As somebody who's had a lot of American A&W and then had Canadian A&W, it is better in Canada. Hate to say it. It's better in Canada. It just is. Yeah, I'm going on my Long John Silver's adventure. Man, I can't think of Long John Silver's without thinking about the O. Long Johnson cat. I'm sorry, man. I'm too millennial that way. The millennial mindset, whenever they think of O. Long Johnson, they remember all the funny cat videos from back in the day. So did you just beat the game? I beat low rank. Now it's time for the actual game. We beat the, what is it, the 10-hour tutorial. It's the cool credits. I'm still iffy on the story. I liked that cat a lot. I did like the From Software wub wub. What is it? Wup nup? I'm not gonna remember it, man. Wud. I like that wud a lot. The Dark Soul, the From Software wud. He's a good wud. He speaks loquaciously. He's very verbose. Yeah, it's Big Hat Meowgan. Yeah. He fucking is, man. The pig. I will say, I think this area was really underutilized. You like ran up, met the old lady, and then like left the old lady, and she has a big gnome living with her, and I was more interested in that area than any of the other places in the entire game. Because like the area with the Poogie is kind of peak. So I heard in the New World they got a lot of milk, huh? Well, I'm a thirsty boy. The monsters are gonna get real crazy now. Sir, a second lore dump. Oh, fuck. Brent, I think you know as well as we do that regardless of what you say about wyvern milk, it's basically lighting a fire beneath the E621 gods. I hate that inevitably I'm going to see an image of a Monster Hunter monster with their butthole out and then they're entirely covered in wyvern milk. That may be the worst part of wyvern milk, a viscous white fluid that you can coat the monsters in. You could just be like, buddy, it's not cum. It's just wyvern milk. It's not cum, man. It's just wyvern milk, which means I don't need the NSFW filter because it's just wyvern milk. It's not cum. They never needed a pretense, Brendan. I understand that they never needed a pretense, but it doesn't mean that it's not still going to be one. Sounds like what you want to see that. I don't know, Brendan. Computer, can you generate 15,000 images of Kongomala covered entirely in wyvern milk and also farting? Waiter, could I maybe have some Doshugama feet pics? Cover it entirely in wyvern milk and sprinkle a little potion on there, you know? Waiter, can I get white Yoda, but he's coated entirely in viscous white fluid? Call it wyvern milk. Waiter, I'm a thirsty little gremlin. Can I get some more milk for the table and also just for me? You know what? Just bring me a couple of pitchers of wyvern milk, and then I'll let you know when I'm done. At this point, I'm pro wyvern milk. Just put it in the bag. Sell it by the gallon. Just give me the wyvern milk. If I go to a convention and there's like a Monster Hunter art table and they don't have wyvern milk for sale there, I don't care. Just hand over the wyvern milk. Just put it in the bag. Just put the milk in the bag. Yeah, I'm fucking hitting my hand on the desk. Waiter, please. Waiter, please. More wyvern milk, please. I feel like this cutscene should have ended 2 minutes ago. I mean, I stopped paying attention when they said, sir, the milk. Sir, the milk. Do you know any artist alleys like that so I can avoid them? Oh, artist alleys stuffed with wyvern milk? Just you wait. Let me DM Boo, see if Boo is working on any wyvern milk stickers, and then I'll send them your way, huh? But also, the hair's growing back in. I'm sorry, chat. We're exiting the temporary bald era for a little bit. We're now entering the, what is it, like the 3 weeks to 1 month of dog shit hair era. So I can go back to having hair for a bit. Bald Daniel is dead. For now, I mean, I don't know, man. I might just go, like, mentally insane and then, like, shave it again. Yeah, finally. Now that I'm stopping, now that I'm growing the hair back in, the time for bald jokes is now. Matching Ludwig after the Northern Lion bit. See, that's what I saw. Ludwig shaved his head. And then I was like, is this the bald meta? I don't want to deal with this, man. I don't want to be contributing to the bald meta. I can grow my hair back in. I'm like, I don't want to contribute to the bald meta anymore. I want to unbald. Put the hair back on my head. We'll make fun of your hair from now on to motivate you to shave it off again. No, I mean, here's the thing is, I was really afraid of going bald, and then I did it, and it's not a big deal. And so, like, I'm not worried about it. Because, like, I already lived the bald truth for a bit. Now that I've lived the bald truth and the bald life for a bit, like, I'm not worried about it. Will my voice become as slick as yours if I drink enough wyvern milk? Yeah. Well, you're gonna want to drink a lot, though. It's a challenge, man. You're gonna have to drink it by the gallon. Weird that, like, leaving low rank, now the game looks like it has color. Like, even when I was in the jungle for the earlier missions, it still felt like the colors were like muted. Is it because the sun came up? Is that the whole...
Me too.
Did the color palette finally change to something more palatable because the sun came up? Is that... They were sucking the life out of the ecosystem. They were sucking the milk out of the system. They were sucking all the milk out. Oh my God, we were getting hit with Disney's Epic Mickey and we didn't even know it. They were doing a Disney's Epic Mickey story, but like directly in Monster Hunter. We didn't know it, man. They were taking the color away. They were making everything in black and white. They were sucking the milk out. An egg. Are they really excited about the egg? Is that the egg? They are. Eggy egg. Big eggy egg. Yum yum egg. Dude, this is me. Take a screen. This right now, this is me. I saw eggs were $7 in my town today. Awesome. Gen Alpha would be like egg when it's fucking when chat sees my fucking Chrome Dome. Yeah, they wouldn't be jumping for joy if they knew egg was $20. Dude, a dozen eggs $7 though. Oh my fucking God. We are not having eggs. We are lucky we have beef. Eggs are not on the fucking menu. Yeah, asking for egg handouts in the current egg economy? The Rathalos doesn't tell you this, but wyvern eggs are free. You could just take them. If we had a more sustainable way of getting eggs like an ostrich egg, right? If we had a more sustainable egg, big egg economy, would you buy big egg over small egg? Like if we could get like a certified source of big eggs and keep it pretty consistent, would you get big egg over small egg? Or would you, every once in a while, you would spend the money on like no, I would buy the big egg today. I feel like today's a big egg day. This, you know what? This is, I hate bringing it up, but you know what? It's in my head. This is a really Sheen core monster. Hate that my brain is ruined for the next week and a half. It is, man. Sheen would love this son of a bitch. I don't want to bring that devil energy here. I'm not trying to bring that devil energy here, I promise. It just happens. I sentence you to binge watch every Planet Sheen episode. I don't even know if that'd be a bad time. I don't know why you're trying to convince me to watch Peak. I don't get it. Why are you trying to curse me with Peak? I don't understand. Talking about Planet Sheen, you would never survive one day in the Mr. Meaty Mines. You would never survive one day in the Mr. Meaty Mines. Talking about Planet Sheen, you would not survive a single day in the Mr. Meaty Mines. You don't know nothing, man. You're not even secret Mountain Fort Awesome posting. You don't know nothing, man. You've never even seen Mr. Meaty. You don't know shit. You come back to me when you've watched all of Thumb Wars, which is Star Wars, but with thumbs. Come back to me then. You think I won't? I think that if I give you Mr. Meaty homework and you fully indulge in Mr. Meaty, that's on you.
If they need help.
But then at least you'll know about Mr. Meaty. You'll be aware of it. They should do a thing for people who were Star Wars fans when they were kids. They should do Thumbhammer 40K. I would care about Warhammer lore. I would give a shit. I would give any amount of shit if they just did Thumbhammer 40K. That's where the goalpost is. The goalpost is I will give a shit about Warhammer when they explain Warhammer lore to me with Thumbhammer 40K. That's how you make me care. You give me Thumbhammer 40K, I'll give a shit about Warhammer. That's how you make me fucking care. Thumbdune. Thumbdune would go so hard. Thune. Unironically, in love with the idea of Thumbdune. I fuck with Thumbdune. I really do. Thumbdune may be the peak we need. Now that you've said Thumbdune, now I want Thumbdune. Baron Thumb Conan? Paul Thumbtrades? I just want Thumbdune. Oh, they should just, I mean, it only happened with Thumb Wars, but they should really just be making thumb versions of different kinds of movies. Really into alternative media like that, where it's just, yeah, we're retelling movies now. 7 would be very, very good in thumb form, I think. I'm not going to watch normal 7, but I think in thumb form, it would be very, very funny. Imagine them remaking Crank 1 and Crank 2. Well, Jason Statham is kind of already thumbcore, so you could already think of those movies as thumb movies. But imagine. Love on the lower quality settings. It's kind of wild. The Raytheon versus some of the other creatures. The Raytheon looks like dog ass on lower quality settings. On the lower settings, he's looking like a Play-Doh monster. Weird that the first 10 hours are when everything looks like shit. They could have had them drain out the color only at the final stage of the story instead. Yeah, I don't know why they wanted the game. I mean, it's still runs like shit, looks a bit like shit. But that's more performance issues. I don't know why they wanted everything super undersaturated in almost all of low rank. For everybody to play it, turn it on and be like, wow, why does this look like shit? I lucked out with WILDS performance on my PC. It dips a little bit, but more importantly, it doesn't turn my PC into an inferno tower that heats in my room terribly. I was talking about this at start of stream, and then I lost my train of thought because the brain is a mysterious and wonderful creature, and I can't keep shit in my head. I went and did a full deletion of my IQ software, and apparently it has been working, but not really working because I have Corsair fans. And I think my IQ software has just not been working for my fans. So I deleted it, and then all my fans like fully turned on instead of just running on low all the time. I was like, oh, that's why maybe my temperatures on my computer are a little bit hotter than normal. It's because IQ decided to just break. IQ software in your brain not been working? I mean, yeah, for true, but also like, you know, you can just buy your way in the Mensa, right? You don't gotta be smart to be in Mensa. Honestly, if you join Mensa, you're kind of a fucking idiot. So like, my IQ is 165, and I paid Mensa to have that immortalized in a plaque. Yeah, well, you might know trivia quotes for Nights at the Chili's, but past that, I don't know, man. Kind of seems like you're getting boofed there. Who's your favorite of the 4 regional apexes? I'm surprised how close they are. I don't know what that means. And I couldn't tell you because I can't... Are those the big guys in the regions? Because I don't think I like any of them. So I don't know what that means. Regional apex? What kind of legend? Is that like your Doshiguma, your Ray Dao, Arkveld, another one? Probably is the squid one. I like the squid. Yeah, I like the squid. He's a regional apex, right? I like the octopus a lot. Both of the octopus fights are very fun. I like them a lot. Ray Dao, I don't. Ray Dao, I don't give a shit about Ray Dao Johnson. Did not like Ray Dao in general. I was just like, whatever, man. He's got like a big beam attack, and I'm just. That's all the sauce he's got. I don't really get Monster Hunter. Every game seems the same, but at the same time, I'm a Borderlands enjoyer. That's not. All you got to do is kill the fucking monster, man. Kill the monster, make the gear, kill another monster. You just hit the monster? Pretty much. You just hit the monster, yeah. You can capture the monster, too. I fucking love Poison. I love Poison so much. I'm naming my firstborn son Poison. My firstborn son, Poison. My daughter, Toxic. My other son, I don't know, Venom. That's, oops. My first and only Monster Hunter experience was the shitty mobile port like 8 years ago. Monster Hunter's fun, but it's also like it really is a simplistic game at its core, and I enjoy that a lot. It's just hit the monster, kill the monster, get another monster. It like takes the idea of like a grinding game and streamlines it in like a really interesting way. Because the core of the fun of the game is getting into the combat loop. And then getting more powerful so you can fight larger monsters, and then getting more powerful so you can fight even larger monsters, and then fucking them up silly style. Like, for the most part, it just feels good. It's just a good time. I just like to hit the creature. You really don't need much more aside from, fuck, what if I hit the goddamn creature? And oh shit, what kind of new creatures am I going to be able to hit? I feel dumb being a Borderlands slop enjoyer and not getting games like Yakuza or Monster Hunter. Well, because Borderlands does something that probably you haven't thought about, which is Borderlands gets you immediately into the shit. It seems like you may have a pacing problem with games, is that games like Yakuza, Like a Dragon, games like Monster Hunter, take a bit to get into, i.e., in the case of Like a Dragon and Yakuza, can take about 3 to 5 hours to get into sometimes, to get into the main meat of the game. Like a lot of JRPGs. With a game like Monster Hunter, same thing. A lot of people consider low rank to basically the entirety of low rank to be a tutorial. So you're looking at like 10 hours to get into the really fun part of the game, which is now you fought the monsters, now the monsters fight you, right? And that's more of, I think, a pacing problem, which is some video games expect you to not have fun so that you can then later have fun. And I don't think Borderlands is bad by any means. I like the games. They're perfect slop. I love my gun shooty get the thingus game. Rapid Morph, that's good for Switch X. That's good for me. But like you're not dumb for not getting it. The thing is you're You have to get to the point where like the pace of the game is done telling you and laying the framework for what you're going to be doing. That's it. That's the bit. Like the game doesn't fucking. Sometimes video games you got to get into the. Sometimes you have to kind of fucking travel through the slop a little bit to find the golden nuggets. Sorry, I'm working on the undercarriage. Don't mind me. Percussive maintenance on this bitch. Treating this like an Xbox 360. I gotta hit this bitch to get it to work. Buddy, I want to play Rumble Roses. It's red ringing. I gotta keep hitting it with a hammer until it works. Did you really bring up that shitty wrestling game? I don't know why you say things like this, Werewolf Cora. Did you really just act like Brendaniel while being Brendaniel right in front of my fucking 8 sons? I'm like, I can't believe you would say something that Brendaniel would say in front of me and my 8 sons. I'm like, what did you? Of course I'm going to reference Rumble Roses. I had that game. Loved that game because I was a high schooler and I was like, you can make the boobs large. I was like, holy shit, you can make the boobs huge. Huge boobs. I saw a streamer play that once. It was the worst experience I ever had. So boring. Well, yeah, it's not that bad, but yeah, it is a little boring. It's basically the Booba wrestling game. It's about bazongas. But yeah, it was so good. They got Rumble Roses in one of the Yakuza games. Right. That's why it's good. It's Peem. You make the boobs huge. Plant Spider, it's a Pokemon. It's, you could say that about most Monster Hunter monsters. But that's just because there are fucking, what, like 27 generations of Pokemon. So, of course, all Pokemon cover the gamut of all design. Real serious critique. It reminds me of Wild Hearts with the plant and monster integrated design. I was saying this when we were fighting it originally, is it's very reminiscent of like how Wild Hearts would use kind of interspersed plants and creatures. They'd build them into each other that I hadn't really seen in Monster Hunter before. Even though it may have been in Monster Hunter before, I hadn't seen it. So this just reminds me of famous Koei Tecmo EA Monster Hunter knockoff. Well, I mean, Wild Hearts is fine. It's got some cool creatures in there. But it is very much a Monster Hunter-like. God, at least it's not God Eater. At least Brendan's not talking about God Eater, right? At least... You guys remember God Eater? You play that shit on your PS Vita? Trying to get your friend to play God Eater, and they're like, buddy, I'm just playing Monster Hunter already. I don't want to play God Eater. Come on, man. It's like Monster Hunter, but better, actually. I can't wait to add another variant of Raytheon and Rathalos to the list. Yeah, I'm trying to think of weird creatures. I was thinking about this the other night. What other kind of weird creatures you could base like a Monster Hunter monster on? And I was thinking, fuck, big koala. But like, make it a normal koala. And he's just a big koala. And he like climbs on the trees and hits you with the eucalyptus fever. Koala, but he's just a big koala. You don't gotta go too crazy with the design. You just gotta make him a big koala. They should make a turtle that isn't a gimmick fight. Oh, like Gormagala? What's the... Zoramagdaros? Zoramagdaros is the big turtle, right? He's the gimmick fight. You know what they should put in this game? They should put a whale into this game. Dude, what if they brought back... What if they brought back underwater fights? You know what's better than Monster Hunter? What if you were fighting the creature underwater? Have the whale swallow you? Do you want it to just be like Pinocchio? Have the... Oh, dude, gimmick fight with the whale where the whale swallows you and you gotta fight on the inside, like Kingdom Hearts. I fucking hate that show so much. Oh, Yellowstone? Dude. It's going to be Peem dog shit. It's going to be Peem dog shit. My grandma watched all of Buffy and True Blood. Oh, did you have a lot of suke around the house? All I can remember about True Blood. I can't remember any context within True Blood, but I do remember suke. We gotta suke. Suke. We gotta suke. Suke. I love you. Suke. Suke. Let me drink your blood. Suke. Trailer trash vampires be like... True Blood, at least, from what I remember of watching True Blood, at least it's not as bad as Vampire Diaries. My wife put on Vampire Diaries as like some background noise some weeks back, and that one was so bad that I had to tell her to stop watching it. I had to like switch the channel when I was in the room because I was like, Shelby, you can watch whatever you want, but that's because when she's watching TV shows, she's not watching the TV shows. She just has it as background noise. So if I go up there and take control of the TV, it's because something really bad is on. And Vampire Diaries is so bad where I had to be like, Shelby, you're on your phone, you're on TikTok, you're not watching this, I'm changing it. I don't want to be looking at Vampire Diaries. I need to watch True Blood? You don't. You really don't. You don't. You really don't. Yeah. I'm gonna put my 2 cents out there. You really don't need to watch True Blood. You don't. Yeah, it's better than Vampire Diaries, but I'm not saying that it's good. That's just indicative of how bad Vampire Diaries is. True Blood has always been a mystery to me. It's a mom show. If you want to watch a mom show, you're watching a mom show. You can enjoy your mom show. And the first season, I remember the first season was like, all right, but it is certifiably a mom show. And when all I remember about the first season is like, there's some vampire hijinks, and that guy says Sookie a lot. Yeah, watch Gilmore Girls. If you want to watch a mom show, Gilmore Girls is a lot better. You get the Luke lore that way. I will say, watching Gilmore Girls, though, is also an exercise in making yourself angry, because it's peak, like, 2000s mom show where a lot of the drama centers around Lorelai and Rory being fucking morons. And it is kind of funny watching them constantly shoot themselves in the foot. But a good fair amount of the drama is, fuck, how am I going to shoot myself in the foot this week? Well, we got renewed for another season. We got to come up with some shooting ourselves in the foot plots. And also, watching Gilmore Girls may also make you unreasonably angry, because you have to, like, realize, like, all of the drama that even comes out of the show, the second you're like, wait a fucking minute, they have rich as hell parents. Like, it definitely is a comfort show, but a lot of the drama immediately, like, it fizzles out when you realize, like, they have a perfect safety net. You're like, wait a minute, they will never suffer any actual consequences to their actions, because at the end of the fucking day, they have rich as hell parents. God, and, like, so much of the drama is, like, I love the drama in Gilmore Girls where it's like, oh yeah, my rich as hell parents, damn, sucks that I have my rich as hell parents and I have a bad relationship with them, but I need them to pay for my daughter's college. And the rich as hell parents are like, why don't you just call us? Like, well, her parents aren't the best. Like, her parents are really judgy. Like, that's a lot of the conflict with the parents comes out of my parents are judgy. They judge me because I didn't want to live like the rich person lifestyle. I wanted to go and do normal person cosplay. And then also I got teen pregnant, so like my parents are really miffed about it. But no matter what, like any of the drama immediately is like, it just escapes because it doesn't matter. You have rich parents. And they're gonna pay for your kid's college. And they would give you money if you asked for help. Aren't the Gilmore Girls all old women? You're thinking of Golden Girls. Gilmore Girls, Golden Girls, and Gossip Girls, those are all 3 different shows. Golden Girls is Betty White. Gossip Girls is Michelle Trachtenberg. She passed away recently. I've never seen Gossip Girls. I think Amanda Bynes was also on that one for Gossip Girls. And then Gilmore Girls is mom and a daughter making their way through the world, dating dudes and then dating different dudes, and then drama arises for the dudes that dated. Their trauma is invalid because their parents are rich? Yes. No, it's not that their trauma is invalid. It's less about the trauma being invalid and more about like any monetary problems that arrive. The weight is immediately taken out because the monetary problems end up being like it always ends up that way, which is, damn, I really don't want to ask my parents for help because they're kind of fucking mean. And then you got a whole season of, oh shit, I don't want to ask my parents for help. And then the buildup is, I asked my parents for help and they gave me the money. It's not that the trauma is invalid. It's that they're rich. So like, and they come from a rich family. So like, anything that is a monetary problem for their day-to-day life is immediately solved because, well, they're rich. Money doesn't buy happiness, but money can buy the things that lead to happiness. I'm not talking about like the boy trouble. A lot of boy trouble in that show, or like the horrible things that happen. Like when Rory gets locked in the prison for like 3 years, and she's just in the prison, and like the grandparents can't get her out of the prison. And so like for a good 3 seasons of the show, whenever she appears, she's in the prison. There's no tension, and the solution is just throw money at it. Well, no, the tension is the tension from the show during those issues comes from like oh man, I gotta ask my parents for help. Jeez Louise, I gotta ask my parents for help. And then it's, oh yeah, no, of course. You asked your parents for help. Like, duh. And if it's not the parents, it's weirdly Luke. Like, Luke is just throwing money. Like, anytime there's a problem sometimes in a single episode quandary, Luke will just be like, oh yeah, here's $4,000. I own a diner. Oh yeah, here's $8,000. You need that $10K? Here's $10,000. You can pay me back. Like, what? fucking Luke. Yeah, I love the subplot where like Lorelai breaks up with him because he wants to spend time with his daughter, and Lorelai can't, like, I can't get over the fact that like he's of course going to be distracted in their day-to-day relationship because he wants to spend time with his daughter. Like, I hate that so much that Lorelai is so, and we're talking about Gilmore Girls, which is fucking stupid, but like, I despise that Lorelai is so fucking selfish in a relationship that has taken years to grow and foster because, like, he has a daughter now. And he wants to spend time and create a relationship with her. And like, and she's also somebody who has a kid and has been a parent and doesn't understand that sometimes when you're a parent, like, you're gonna take a backseat to the kid every once in a while. All of my Gilmore Girls stuff too is just from my wife watching it and me picking up a couple of episodes while she's watching it. And every time I'm just like, so the parents are just gonna give the money. So Luke's just giving the money. So Lorelai's really gonna burn the whole place down because she's like really mad about this simple issue that could be solved with communication. It's very 2000s core writing. So Golden Girls is the better show. Well, Golden Girls is more of like a sitcom about old ladies fucking people. It's about like, what if old ladies had a sex life? What if old people did stuff? Like, it's, I think a lot of Golden Girls is, what if old ladies did stuff? Wouldn't that be fucking crazy? Yeah, it's a GILF sitcom. Yeah, I would agree with that. GILF sitcom. I don't know, man. I'm a basic bitch. I just like Friends. 2 pizzas. You gotta watch Schitt's Creek. I like that one. That one's underrated. That's one of those shows where I really thought I'd hate it, but it is just rich people having to like, it's just a constant like, rich people are no longer rich, and you get to enjoy that, but also like the character growth that comes from that. Eugene Levy living in a motel, formerly an incredibly wealthy man, being like, God dang it, I gotta have a relationship with my kids now. Curses. Could be a lot of fun, honestly. It's, darn it, consarn it, I gotta talk to my kids. But then you can also be Kirsten. Anytime I think about Eugene Levy, I think about Gooby. If you were a dragon with a treasure hoard, what gems would you prefer? I think if I was a dragon, I would have a bunch of incandescent light bulbs. Because I think it'd be really fucking funny to have an adventurer come upon my dragon hoard and it's all light bulbs. It's all light bulbs. It's all incandescent bulbs. We use LED bulbs now. What the fuck? What am I gonna do with all that? I killed the dragon. What am I gonna do with these incandescent bulbs? Joke's on him. He didn't even have to kill me. I would have given him a package of light bulbs if you really wanted them so bad. Barts for Barmer. I'm barding out again. Please, somebody help me. Please, somebody help me. I can see him in my dream. I see him in every vision. Why am I consistently being followed by Bart? Could you imagine It Follows, but it's Bart Simpson? The horror that would create? Like if you were just chilling and out of the corner of your eye, there he is, Bart Simpson, popping out of the undergrowth. You start to fall asleep and you suddenly hear a muffled, yeah. Don't have a cow, man. Eat my shorts. What? Bart? Cowabungus! We talk about how Dragon's Dogma 2 is overhyped in mid. I'm contractually obligated to not talk shit about Dragon's Dogma 2, lest my friends beat me over the head with hammers. So, can't talk shit about it. 1, I didn't beat it, and 2, I have at least 3 to maybe 5 friends who would kill me with hammers, so. I do wish performance on it was better so I could enjoy it, you know, not running at dog shit. I might have liked it more if it wasn't running like dog shit. Billy is enlisting. I'm not afraid of Billy. I'll fight Billy on the fucking tower. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about Ed. I don't want to fight Ed. I don't want Ed to like come out and fucking just slice my head off. I didn't like it. I bounced off it. I got through a fair amount of it and just, yeah, I didn't like it, but more for my friends to enjoy. You know, I respect my friends' opinions for the most part. I really do. If I dislike something, I don't mind getting into a spirited debate about it, but not with Dragon's Dogma 2. Because that one, I'm going to take the L on that one and just say it's personal preference. I just didn't like it. I think my main problem with Dragon's Dogma 2 is somebody who's consumed a lot of fantasy content throughout his life. Getting like the same goblin, dragon, ogre, goblin, dragon, ogre, goblin. I'm like, same for me with like most fantasy anime. Is I'm just like, yeah, it's the goblin, the dragon, the ogre, and then I'm pushing myself up and being like, where's the? What about weird different things? We got a golem. Well, yeah, I know you got a rock golem. I'm just. What else? Oh well, we got them in different colors now. Oh, okay. I like the big sword in that game. I like the pawn system. I don't think it's the actual day-to-day like bit-to-bit gameplay in Dragon's Dogma that I bounced off of. It's just the core theming and the story I didn't really care for. Because the actual combat and like the pawn, everything that you can do with pawns and stuff, it's really fucking cool. The gameplay and the problem for me, it's well, time for me to go and fight the goblins. And then I do the quest, and then I move the barrel, and then I do the quest, and I fight the ogre. And then I go into this hole, and I open up a treasure chest, and I get like the hero's great sword. Okay. All right. And that's just like, I've read a lot of fantasy books. I've consumed a lot of fantasy content, so it's hard for me to kind of like go in without judgment on like general like fantasy use tropes. Because I'm just tired. It's like, it's not that I dislike it. I like fantasy stories, and I like the generic fantasy stuff, like your goblins, your ogres, your dragons, your trolls. I just consume too much fantasy slop, so like I see it and I just get tired. Not that I think that it's a bad game. I think the core gameplay is very cool. Sometimes you play a video game, and I don't know, for me at least, no matter what I do, if I'm starting to get tired while playing the game, and I'm not like sleepy, I'm just tired, I know I'm just like, oh fuck, I'm bored. All right, can't really do much about that. If I'm not getting dopamine out the dopamine hole, I'm like, I can't really do much about that. And a lot of the time, it doesn't really come from a fully critical place. It's just like, yeah, even if this is good, even if there is sauce, I'm bored. I can't really do anything about it. One of my other major problems with MMOs is like, playing them is kind of boring. There's cool bits, but there's a lot of boring shit to get up to the cool bits. All I'm saying is if I could be fully medicated at all times, dude, I would play so much WoW. Sorry, buddy, I'm too unmedicated for WoW. Isn't it usually the opposite? No, for me, I'm not getting any dopamine. I get no dopamine, no serotonin. It gives me no joy. Can I have a glass of ouch, please? Oh yeah, obviously, sir. Here you go. Ooh, thanks. Ah! Now I'm just thinking of a bone-hurting juice sommelier where they're just like, nice vintage. Clears the palate. Yep. Let me just get a. Giving me I'm getting a whiff of but I'm also getting a little bit of Let me do. Did you guys maybe does this vintage have a little you know, I think they may have put some in here. Let me just you know, they did put some in there. All right, buddy. I hate your shit. Like I said, I really just hate his tail because it looks like a bee sting. Like a bee stinger has got like locked in a thumb. This monster is incredibly bulbous. I just noticed. Yeah, he's kind of gassy, fat, and full of oil. Oh no, I like my monsters fat and sassy. No. thinking about Don Hertzfeld's failed commercial cartoons. And I always sticks into my head when the guy's like, I'm feeling fat and sassy. And then his eye pops out and they both yell, oh yeah! Video games are returning to the color palette of the 360 generation. Nature is healing. I was thinking that when I first played this. Like, I was thinking that a bit when I first played this because it was like the first, pretty much most of low rank gives me like oh shit, this is a desaturated PS3 game. And then you fucking sit there and you beat the story and the sun comes out and it's like, oh, there is color. There is color in this game. It's just, you have to wait until the fucking sun comes out. Incredible to me. It's just a wild fucking decision. There's a marked difference in the colors the second you fucking get through the story. Right, the French aristocrats are mad because they're being beheaded. They're mad about hats. They're mad about haute couture. I think you're wrong, man. I've seen movies before. I think they're mad about hats. Yeah, because you can't wear a hat without a head. You could put a hat on the neck stump if you got beheaded and you were alive somehow still, like a chicken after it gets his head cut off. You could wear a hat on your neck stump. I hope the mechanism makes him a flat penny. It doesn't make me a flat penny, man. You can peep the mechanism. It's just a heating pad on like a neck pillow. That's all it is. This is just the old device. It's just a heating pad on a neck pillow. Oh, I gotta move my head around like this. It's just, ow, my fucking shoulders hurt. I really just gotta get the heating pad on. I'm strapped in. I'm locked in my gaming device, yeah. I should get one of those. Dude, honestly, for neck and shoulder pain, I'm not gonna lie. Airplane neck pillow, and then a heating pad on that son of a bitch. I will tell you, the amount of streamers I don't see mechanismed up and in like their 30s, genuinely, I don't get it. What kind of a fucking diet are they on to where like their bones aren't fighting their bones? I don't get it, man. How your bones stay that way? My bones are constantly fighting my bones. Like I don't get how their bones aren't fighting their bones. Like sitting in the gaming chair all day, going like fucking 8 to 10 hours on that shit every single fucking day. How your bones not fall apart? I don't get it. Because my bones are bonular. They're falling apart. Like I'm falling apart at the seams pretty consistently on account of my bones. God, even the desert area looks infinitely better. I'm not gonna stop. I'm just never gonna stop with it. It looks like Dookie, and then you beat the main story, and then it looks less like Dookie. I'm fucking in awe every goddamn time when I'm thinking about like, oh, the game kind of looks like Dookie. Why does it look like Dookie? I mean, aside from the performance, which I get, why does it also just look like Dookie? And then, oh yeah, you gotta beat the story, and then the sun comes out. Huh? What do you mean I gotta beat the story and the sun comes out? Well, you don't get it, man. You gotta beat the story, and then the sun comes out. Huh? Here comes the sun. Dude, when you beat the story, they should replace the sun in this game with the Teletubbies sun. Imagine if you were playing Monster Hunter and every time you looked at the sky, you had to see a smiling baby. You know what? Actually, this is an Eastern game. Why don't we just put Shinzo Abe's face up in the sun? That way, every time you look up at the sky, he just points at you and it's the... Procreate now. All right. So yes, sir. After I hunt this monster, I'm going to go have 8 kids. Shinzo Abe's son's so fucking scary, dude. I keep looking at him and he keeps pointing at me and telling me to procreate. Sick of this dude. I would turn this shit off if I was there. First Monster Hunter Wilds mod needs to be Shinzo Abe's son. I'm just... We must reach the replacement rate. Procreate now. Shinzo Abe, buddy, I'm not... He's in the sky. He's saying more babies, more babies, more. It's like the Nutri-Grain commercial. Yeah, 1 million babies. First game to make everyone uncontrollably horny. Brendan, if you got mystery dungeons, what Pokemon would you be? Fuck, man. I'd be cursed with Mr. Mime. That'd be it. I'd be fucking afflicted with Mr. Mime-itis. I'd be Mr. Mime. I'm not even gonna try to like fucking pretend that I wouldn't be Mr. Mime. I'd be Mr. Mime. I think it'd be a Golett. No, I'd be Regirock, Regirock, Reggie Ice. Do the Reggies have the funniest Pokemon cry in the anime? I think about Regigigas's Pokemon cry a lot sometimes, where just... But then I start thinking about Cunty Regirock and Cunty Regigigas and Cunty Regiice and Cunty Registeel. And that's like a whole niche subset of the internet. I'm sad it never popped off. Yeah, where it goes like... It sounds like a dial-up modem, but it's caught in the blender. Brendan would be Cunty Regirock. You're right. I would be Cunty Regirock. We all know his partner Digimon would be Wormmon. No, wouldn't it be Toy Agumon? Fuck you. Don't you dare say that shit. It would not be Wormmon. Fuck you. Hate this shit. It wouldn't be Wormmon. It'd be Toy Agumon. And then he would digivolve into Nanimon. I fucking love my groked up wrestler orb, all right? Would you still
love me if I was a Wormmon?
It'd be Wormmon. You'd treat him as a joke and look at all your enemies in a big room full of monitors. I wouldn't. Wouldn't be the villain from Digimon. I wouldn't. I'd hang out with Toy Agumon and grow meat in my meat field. I'd be a Digimon farmer. I'd hang out with Toy Agumon and all the freaks all day. I would hang out with Gundramon and Deputymon. We'd be hanging out all day, sipping pina coladas and growing meat on the meat farm. You don't know what the fuck... You don't know me. You don't know shit about me. You don't know fucking anything. You don't know how much joy I would get from just working the land like that, growing meat right out of the fucking ground. You're telling me you look at Digimon, you see they're growing meat right out of the fucking ground, the Digimon, and you wouldn't want to be a meat farmer? I wouldn't be a meat farmer. No, you would definitely want to be a fucking meat farmer. Meat right out the goddamn ground, motherfucker. That shit looks so good. And the bone in the ground, too. Thanks, Brett, for the tier 1 sub. Pee-wee's Playhouse Odd Digiworld. I just want to grow meat out of the fucking ground! Why is that so bad? Why can I not be a humble meat farmer in the Digi fucking world, dude? Why can't I be a humble meat farmer in the Digi world, chilling out, crueling out, having a good time? Why everything got to be so complicated? I don't want to have like devious machinations set in motion, right? I don't want to be doing crazy shit like fucking fighting my enemies in the pit. No, I want to grow meat. I want to grow meat out the meat ground. Just a humble protein farmer, yeah. Oh shit, no. If I was a humble protein farmer, would I be David Batista? Doesn't Batista do that? And then they get him? Remember the meat apples from Frontier? Nope. I remember the meat apple from Simpson. Oh, I don't remember Digimon Frontier. I remember Digimon, like, Season 1, Season 2, and then Guilmon is Season 3 of, like, the anime. I never watched Frontier. Change into digital champ. I still haven't watched Try. I've had Try on my shelf forever. But it's the best one? No, because it doesn't have Guilmon in it, so I don't give a shit. I don't want to watch the fucking Digimon where the kids become the creatures. That sucks. I hate that. I don't want them to turn it. Oh, I get to become the Digimon. No, that sucks. I hate that. I want to have them go send their Digimon out, forge they bond together, grow stronger together. I want them to make a dubious accident, and then it becomes like Bone-Dramon. If Pokemon is the KFC TikTok account, that means that Digimon is the Nutter Butter TikTok account. Like, guy who only reference media, but only references media in terms of corporate TikTok accounts. Brandon just said we're not talking about Metabots instead. I played Metabot. I got to play Metabots once, and it was one of the worst experiences I ever had. It was the only other kid in my school who had a Metabot, and I beat him, and then I was like, hey man, this is just like the show. You got to give me your Metabot pieces. And he wouldn't hand them over. In the show, when you beat somebody with a Metabot, you get to take the pieces of their Metabot. He should have handed his pieces over. I was like, fuck this. If you're not handing the pieces over, I don't want to play Metabots anymore. I'll play the Game Boy Advance game instead. I'll play the Game Boy game. Whatever, man. No, don't steal from children. I don't know, man. I keep stealing candy from babies, and I keep not getting in trouble for it. Metabots is just Mega Man. No, it's not. Fuck you. Woe, Zatch Bell be upon ye.
What are we making?
Fuck you. Have memories about Zatch Bell. Even if you haven't seen it, now you're gonna have memories of Zatch Bell. You know who's got the power. You know who's got the cast that spell. Still don't know what the fuck they were trying to sell me with Zatch Bell. Fuck off. Fuck you. Have memories of Zatch Bell immediately. Go fuck yourself. Whoa, Zatch Bell be upon you. Zaffy, if you grew up watching Zatch Bell, you would immediately understand. You would fuck with how much that shit sucks. You would fuck with Zatch Bell, guaranteed. If you were like 5 years older, Zaffy, I know you'd know about Zatch Bell. I think you just barely slipped past it. You don't know shit about Zatch Bell. You don't know fucking anything. You weren't raised on Zatch Bell like I was. I only saw a bit of it because it was on before Totally Spies, yeah. Me watching Zatch Bell. Damn it, come on, faster, faster. The Passion Patties episode is on soon. Fuck! I remember Totally Spies, but only in, this is the show that comes on while I'm sick at home. Totally Spies, aka the Writer's Stranded Fetish of the Week. You know, it is wild that, like, with some cartoons, I think they're just telling a joke for kids. And I'm just like, even if I make fun of it, I'm like, clearly it wasn't the intent to put somebody's, like, fetish in the show. Sometimes it was just a joke for kids, right? But then with Totally Spies, it was week after week after week of, Yeah, I think Totally Spies is definitely one of those ones where you can blame it for some things. That one can take the blame for some stuff. Who the fuck? Monkey? What the fuck? They got the fucking monkey? That means there's a big version of those monkey, ain't there? Son of a bitch. They put another big monkey in this son of a bitch. God damn it. Rock's gonna have a fucking field day with this shit. Is that the big monkey? Of course that's the Blangongo. Fuck you, Blangongo. Let's go, buddy. Why is there a farting monkey? Because it's Monster Hunter. It needed a farting monkey. They were looking at the charts. They were looking at the charts for Monster Hunter Wilds. They were like, you know what? I'm thinking about it, man. I'm thinking about it. You know what this game really fucking needs? I'm looking at the blueprints, right? I'm looking at the fucking numbers, okay? I think realistically, we got a couple of monkeys. We got a lightning monkey, a fire monkey. We got a couple of different kinds of monkeys, man. But I think what we really need is a farting monkey. I think we could improve the game by about 1,000%. They were looking at the numbers and they were thinking a farting monkey could really get them a larger core audience. Thinking about it. You know what really could improve the entirety of the game is if we activate our fucking brain cells when we put a farting monkey in this son of a bitch. 2025 is the year of the farting creature, yeah. A lot more games out there. They're talking about it, man. That's actually, they're adding that in the next Ultra Kill update. Hakita's talking about adding a farting monkey. I've been hearing this, man. I was talking to Mandy, and Mandy was saying, yeah, no, they're talking about adding a farting monkey to Ultra. This is not true. This is not insider information. There is no, to my knowledge, they're not adding a farting monkey to Ultra Kill. I'm sorry. I forget that my words can carry weight. It's true. No, there's not a farting monkey update for Ultra Kill. No. Yeah, I was talking to Mandy, and Mandy was saying the Hooded Horses. They're talking about. They're getting a farting monkey game for a Hooded Horse. They're going to be publishing it. It's only about farting monkeys. Have you seen the official Kongalala fursuit with farting action? I have not. 1, I don't believe you. 2, now I believe you. Have you seen that person who walks around conventions dressed as Kezu from Monster Hunter? And they just can elongate their neck like Kezu, and they're completely silent. It's fucked up, man, but I think Kezu escaped containment. I think they're just real now. Anybody told Brendan the farting monkey comes in a green variant? No, you're telling me. They went, okay. What if we made the farting monkey green? Great. Is his gas also green now? Is that the bit? He's green. They go green farting monkey, and then he has green fart gas. The farts are larger. I never want to hear that shit in my chat ever again, Zaffy. I don't want anybody to have to tell me, yeah, dude, they got the monkey, but he's green now. What's up with that? Well, the farts are larger. The only context I should hear that shit in is if, like, you're the person that's feeding my grandma. We got her on a new diet. Oh, what's the problem? The farts are larger. Oh, okay. This jungle needs a hero. No, it doesn't. This fucking bungus needs a wungus. That's what's up. This is what I do. I hit the creature. Wake up in the morning, 6 a.m. Look at myself in the mirror for 1 hour. Make 1 bowl of cereal, 7:30 a.m. Watch TikTok videos for 4 hours straight. Then I hit the creature for 7 hours. I get off the computer, I stop hitting the creature. I have dinner, fried chicken, big mashed potato. Then I get back on my computer, I hit the creature for 7 more hours. Then I sleep for 3 hours. I wake up in the middle of the night. I have a horrible fucking nightmare about the creature. I go onto my computer, that's right, 7 more hours of hitting the creature. It's all about finding 7-hour increments where you can slap the creature silly. Any other part of your day, you can cut that out, man. That's time where you could be hitting the creature. What do you mean you want to spend time with your loved ones? What do you mean you gotta work? No, buddy. That's time you could be spending smacking the creature. What do you fucking mean you're not smacking the creature whenever you feel like it? Come on, dude. Get up in there, smack that creature. Freak grind set. Yeah, I'm on that creature smacking grind set. Smacking the creature should be your job. Dude, they should hire me at zoos, and whenever they, like, get a new kind of animal, they should have me come in and smack it for a bit. Just to see what it do. Oh, fuck, yeah. Brendan is, he's bloating up. Poisonous creature. Damn. I didn't know the creature would be that poisonous. We told me before. Yeah, Brendan's not looking good. We should bring him to a hospital. He smacked the creature too much? Yeah, the creature smacked back. All right, write that on the sheet. The creature mauls him if you smack him. Got new polar bear exhibit today, Brendan. You know what to do. Okay, can I take a break from smacking the creature for a bit? No. Brendan, you know what you gotta do. You gotta go in there. This is what you're hired for, bud. You gotta smack the creature. Work at the zoo and they lock you in with the silverback ape enclosure with a wiffle bat on day 1. I'm built different. I can survive. I'll be able to handle it. I'm gonna show the gorillas in the silverback enclosure. I'm gonna show them the Sunday funnies. Life will never be the same again. They're gonna find out about Marmaduke. They're not going to be able to do anything. The second that I give them information about Marmaduke, that's the second that I've won. Once I tell them via sign language about all of Marmaduke's escapades, I'm already in with the apes. I'm already tied in with the apes. They didn't know shit about the Sunday funnies. I'm going to be the guy that teaches them about it. This is actually how Rise of the Planet of the Apes should have started. One zookeeper teaching the apes about the Sunday funnies. The uprising was not to destroy all humans. It was just to stop one human. That human's name, Jim Davis. Why are the apes rising up, man? I don't know, but they keep talking about that fat orange cat. I think they're pissed. Locking them up in the ape enclosure with only old copies of Garfield. They're like, why is this funny? What do you mean this is funny? What do you mean this is the Sunday funnies? Are you gonna watch Watson? It's a medical drama with John Watson? No, I'm not gonna watch Watson. One, you said medical drama. Zero interest. I don't care how Sherlock, my Holmes, Gregory House is. I don't care about, like, medical drama. Fuck. You see, the reason that you were full of poison is because you were eating poison from the poison pizza instead of having the normal pizza. I have diagnosed you. We are done. Oh, damn. Thank you, Dr. House. If only I wasn't eating poison pizza. Poison pizza from the Poison Pizzeria. Thank you so much, Dr. House. He needs mouse bites. What do you mean this patient needs mouse bites, Dr. House? He was living in a house where he was only being eaten and bitten by mouse. He can't survive without the mouse bites. Damn it, Dr. House. I'm not going to give him the mouse bites. Dr. House, I've administered the mouse bites and he's responding. He's getting better. You see, Wilson? I was right. He needed mouse bites. 100 cc's of mouse bites. You don't understand. To cure the poison pizza, we need antidote breadsticks. Stat. You're right, Dr. House. Once we gave him the antidote breadsticks, he was fine. Only an idiot would give him the medicine drug. You're stupid if you think we're gonna give him the medicine drug. We have to give him the antidote fucking breadsticks for the poison pizza. Stat. What? Yeah, he's debilitated as shit. Watch me discombobulate. 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 Imagine being a monster getting hunted must feel a lot like somebody hitting you in the butt cheek with a ball peen hammer. Yeah, because you're consistently hitting him in the butt cheek with a ball peen hammer. All I do all day is I'm hitting him in the head with a ball peen hammer pretty consistently, to be honest.